Hi guys, Stormboy13, it's time for the weather forecast for the week ahead. And yes, I'm not holding a camera, I've just got myself a tripod for my birthday quite recently. So actually it's my first time using it because I've never had a chance until today. So don't have to use my hands for once. And obviously made sure my position was correct this time, so you can see the captions on the left sides. Yep. Swap over. Anyways, it's time for the weather forecast for the week ahead. And actually, for most places, especially towards central and southern areas, southeastern parts that is, actually a really dry week. I think it will be a bit of a mixed week. There will be some times we will see some cloud covering the area, other times we'll see some blue skies. Further north and west, I think midweek will start to turn a little bit more changeable and quite unsettled for some of you, and that will push southeastwards gradually as we end towards as we end the week. So the weather will slowly change over the next few days. Today's weather though, for pretty much across the country, it's a fine day. It's not particularly sunny from the looks of it. There's quite a lot of white you can see from the screen. So expect a lot of cloud. I think there will be periods where we will see some sunny intervals coming out in some places. It's not that cold though. Temperature's doing all right for the time of the year. Many places will see highs of around 10 to 12 degrees Celsius, but I think in eastern parts though, actually, whilst whole and northeastern parts of the UK, for example, Scarborough actually had some of the warmest places yesterday with temperatures into the mid-teens. Some places temperatures could struggle into double figures, especially how further east you are. If you keep that low cloud, more like 8 or 9 further east. But other than that, it's a dry day, just a few light showers in Shetland and northern Scotland. Anyways, a fine day regardless, and tonight's weather, not much changes overnight. There will be clear spells and it could turn quite chilly for many places. Further north, again, just a little bit of drizzly rain. So weak weather fronts will be affecting parts of northern Scotland. Temperatures will be mildest there, around 6 to 7 degrees. Elsewhere with some clear spells, temperatures a few degrees above freezing. So some patchy frost may be possible in sheltered places with lows of around 1 to 3 degrees Celsius. Now, for tomorrow's weather for Monday, actually, if you've been stuck underneath the cloud today, the chances are you're more likely to see some sunshine tomorrow, especially if you're under the bulk of the high pressure towards central and southern areas. But actually, pretty much everywhere across the country, it's a fine day. The odd light shower possible in northern areas once again, but other than that, it's a very, very decent day for March, and temperatures very, very respectable, with highs of around 10 to 13 degrees Celsius across the country. Obviously, the more sunnier you will be, temperatures could even be higher than that. But overall, very, very pleasant spring day with light winds. Another pleasant day. By Tuesday, still dry for many areas. The winds will start to pick up just a little bit as we start to see the signs of a change coming. But for many areas, despite a slight increase in the wind speed, it's another fine and settled day with plenty of sunshine once again, especially towards central and southern areas of the UK. Temperatures 11 to 12, maybe 13 degrees for many of you. And even further north, temperatures fairly mild, but just a risk of a few showers again, with possibly the wind strongest there as well, and a little bit more cloud likely. But other than that, another very decent day. It's by the time we get into Wednesday, actually could turn quite windy and slightly wet for some places towards further north and western areas. So Scotland, Northern Ireland, we're more likely to see the bulk of the low pressure with showers scattered about. Some places may stay dry all day, but in other places could get a little bit of a soaking. Some hail and thunder possible, some sharp showers likely in north and western areas. Once again, further south and central and eastern areas, it's a fine day with sunny spells and temperatures doing pretty decent for March, 12 to 13 degrees, maybe a little lower in Scotland with just into double figures. And that transition sinks slowly southeastwards into Thursday. Timing's a little bit open to question, but I think by the time we get into Thursday, scattered showers will be a little bit more widespread further south. I think southeastern areas may stay dry for longest. So sunny spells likely, will be quite breezy on Thursday. Temperatures still not particularly cold as the wind direction still stays around from the Atlantic to southwesterly direction. So it's still doing pretty well. Temperatures again 11 to 13 degrees for many places, maybe a little bit cooler in Scotland as there will be a noticeable change in the wind direction. Because by the time we get into Friday, the end of the week, actually low pressure will be nearly close by, and the winds will be coming in from a little bit of a colder direction, especially in Scotland. Temperatures really struggling by the end of the week with just 6 to 8 degrees Celsius, a bit lower than that in some hilly areas, only just above freezing. So plenty of showers for many by Friday, really wintry, particularly further north with hail and thunder likely. I think the showers pretty much will be around southern areas as well. It's a bit uncertain by the end of the week, but at the moment showers are likely for the forecast for Friday. Temperatures will be lower as well for a time, a little bit below average, 8 to 10 degrees further south as well. And into next weekend, low pressure will pretty much be slap bang, so a complete change to what we're seeing right now. There is a bit of uncertainty on when we may see some rain, but I think at some point over next weekend, expect some heavy rain and some strong winds at times. I think it will be a bit of a chilly start, but I think temperatures will quickly recover as once again the position of the low pressure changes the wind direction, and that will be the key into next week. There's a bit of uncertainty, but there's potential for some data that we might get some quite warm weather into next week, where temperatures could be well into the mid-teens. We don't know how far north that's going to spread, but I think especially in southern and central areas that will be the message. I think it will likely to stay changeable at times further north towards Scotland, as the high pressure never really makes it across there. It might be quite breezy, so certainly not going to be as calm as it was this week. But overall, that's what I can promise you for next week. Potentially some warmer weather on the way, but we don't know if it's going to be widespread or not, and it might change by the end of the week, so just stay tuned. But for this week's weather, it's mostly a quiet and settled week, but it will gradually turn more unsettled as the week progresses, starting from northern areas and sinking southwards. But temperatures mostly overall until Friday, pretty decent for this time of the year. Anyways, guys, that's it for this week's weather. Once again, quite a long one. That's all I've got to deliver for today's weather forecast video. And also, if you've noticed, I've uploaded another video. The past 12 months have been insane or whatever. So be sure to check that out if you haven't yet. And then hopefully Tuesday or Wednesday, I'm going to plan to get another video out. It's a bit more of a tribute video. It's been exactly a year since we went to lockdown, and crap's happened to everyone. We've lost over 100,000 people. Devastating news, so I want to pay my respects to them in the next video. Alright guys, that's it for this week's weather. Just like, comment, subscribe. Stay safe out there as always. We're not done through this pandemic yet. And other than that, like, comment, subscribe. Storm is now out.